Hi friends, it's Jo Hofford. I'm back again. I wanted to touch base with you guys today because this evening we're having a potluck up at our clubhouse. And I was trying to think of something that I could make because there's a few of us up there that are diabetic, and I thought I'd make something that was a little less carby, but yet a comforty food kind of thing. Because again, it's cold and rainy here today. I say cold. It's like, you know, in the upper 60s, which is cold for us. Anyway, so I'm going to make cabbage Alfredo with hamburger and dress it up a little bit, see how everybody likes it. So I thought you might like to go along to see how this is made. On another side note, Ken's home. I got to pick him up yesterday, and he went to the dentist with me. You know, we don't get to spend a lot of time together. He comes in on Thursday. He stays Thursday evening and Friday, and then he leaves back out on Saturday morning by noon to take off on his run because he still drives a truck. And so he was home with me. And this morning, I've got him out running errands, so that way there's not too many chefs in the kitchen. I've got 3 down here. Well, they're kind of sleeping now. A while ago, they were really interested in what I was doing up here, I guess because they could smell the food. So, on another note, you know that I didn't know you could do it. I baked a cake in a crock pot this morning. The only trouble I had with it was a box cake. The recipes that I had read online, it said one of them, which is the one I used, was to mix your cake mix, put it in the crock pot, and put it on high for an hour, and then turn it down to low and let it bake an additional 3 hours. If I'd have done that, it'd have been really, really crispy. So I only baked it for like an hour and 15, 20 minutes, something like that. And it turned out great. The only thing I found out is I had to put a paper towel on the underside of the lid. I tore off enough to put under it to catch the moisture so that it wouldn't drip down on the top of the cake. Well, just a little FYI. Anyway, here we go. If you like my videos, if you find them humorous, if you got a question, whatever, be sure and give me a comment, and you can subscribe right down there. There's a little dealio that you can click and you can subscribe to my channel. So anyway, let's get back to it. There you go. I was bumping that counter and making that camera wobble. I'm sorry, but that's life in Joe's world. So here we go. We're going to get started. Here we go. I have 2 heads of cabbage that I've already chopped. I either chop it or I kind of cut it into ribbons. And I usually go ahead and I put it in the crock pot because the rest of the stuff cooks pretty good. And, all you're doing is warming it. But anyway, so back to it. I use 2 heads, small heads of cabbage that I wash and I cut. And I put in the crock pot and I'll let them cook on low for about 2.5 hours to let it kind of cook down. Then I have, it's about 2 tablespoons, it's about 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon and a half. I don't really go by recipes. I'm really bad like that. I just throw it in there. But I'd say a tablespoon and a half. And it's the processed, it's the one you can buy, the garlic that's already chopped and it's in a little squeeze bottle. That's what I have here. And then we have this one I got at Aldi's. It's a mushroom Alfredo sauce. I don't know if you can see it. And I get this because it says that it has, for a 1/4 cup, it has 3 grams of carb. So that one, I use 2 of these. The other one is just it's Ragu, classic Alfredo. Same thing. I think it's 2 grams. No, 2 grams of carbs for a 1/4 cup. And then, for those 2 head of cabbage, I have 2 pounds of browned hamburger meat. I use the most lean I can find. And to that, we add I buy these by the bag. It is 20 ounces of pepper onion blend. And I just throw that in there, and that's our seasoning. Okay, we've added all of our ingredients. One more thing. We've got some serendipity. I've got about a tablespoon. Let's work this into it. Boy, this crock-pot's hot. I use these liners all the time. It saves me from having a lot of dried on stuff to clean out of the inserts for my crock-pot. I use these in I have a Instapot, and I also use them in my Instapot if I'm gonna cook meat or whatever in the Instapot too. They work real fine. You have to be sure and use a crock-pot liner and not an oven bag. The oven bags will melt, but these won't when you use them in your whatever type of electric pressure cooker you have. So, just a little tidbit there for you. Anyway, we're going to put the lid back on this, and we're going to let it cook for a while, and when it's done, I'll put a little on plate so you can see it, and I'll taste it and give it my official okie dokie. All right, here you go. Well, as you can see, here's my comfort food. This is my alternative to real Alfredo using cabbage. I'll be sure and I'll put the recipe down below so that you can have it too in case you want to try it. But we're going to give it a taste and see how we like it. I know I'm going to. I like it. I'll keep it. I hope that the people that we serve it to tonight, that they'll like it too. Anyway, I've appreciated you all being here with me. And be sure and check back often. And like I said, hit that subscribe button down below. And we'll see you next time. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Down there below, see my bat wings wobbling? You can subscribe. If you like this video, you can, oh crap. Blank, blank, blank. Let's start over.